Good afternoon, beautiful people in Cook County. How are y'all doing today? My name is Hector Dominguez, and I'm here on behalf of the Cook County Assessor's Office. We have a lot that we're going to be talking about today, so we're going to cover, we're going to cover a lot of things today. But I'm going to wait a couple seconds so we get a couple more viewers online, and then we're going to jump in. While we do that, or while we're waiting for that, here goes some housekeeping rules, ladies and gentlemen. If you are like me and you have lots and lots of questions and you need to ask them immediately or else you will forget, I got ADHD, so I understand. Look, you can write it in the comment section right there, and you can go ahead and put it in the Q&A portion. And then when we get to the Q&A time of the event today, then we'll go ahead and answer those questions. I guarantee that everyone's question will be answered to the best of our ability today. And in the event that we cannot answer your question, you will get a response back from us within 24 hours. So please, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them into the Q&A portion. And when it's that time of the show, we will get into it there. But without any further ado, let's jump into what we're here for today. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to present my screen. Let's go. And let's go. So, property tax assistance, Calumet Township appeals. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cook County Assessor's Office has a lot of different moving parts, right? I'm not going to bore you with all of that today, but we are going to talk about some of the important things that we do. So, our office is responsible for putting a fair value on about 1.9 million different properties. That's almost 2 million different properties, right? How do we do this? Do we just think of numbers randomly? Do we pull numbers out of a hat? Absolutely not. Come on, guys. We're better than that. What we do is we use a mass appraisal system, right? Here's what we don't do. We don't issue the tax bills. When you pay your tax bill, you don't pay our office. We are not responsible for the tax levies or the taxing rates in your specific townships, and we are not responsible for the state equalizer as well. One of the things we are responsible for are the discounts, or you may have heard the word exemption. They're used interchangeably. Just a discount on your property taxes. And we are also responsible for the appeal process, which is what we're going to be going over today. The appeal process is a way for you to say, hey, guys, I don't agree with the value you gave my property. There's no way my house is worth this much. Can we please review this and possibly edit it, right? That's what we're here for today. Before we do that, let me explain what's actually happening. So every 3 years, properties in Cook County are reassessed, right? Now, remember, we have close to 2 million different properties and we have to reassess them. It's impossible to reassess them every single year. We don't have the manpower to do that, right? So we do them every 3 years. Your specific township, Calumet, was reassessed back in 2020. This year, actually right now, is when it's being reassessed again. So during your reassessment period, you have 30 days to file an appeal. Calumet's deadline is May 1st. It's going to be May, and sync. I don't know, maybe a little bit. But that is when your appeal time is. That's what your deadline is, guys, May 1st. So please, all right? Very quickly, this is what a reassessment notice would look like. It has your PIN number. It has your neighborhood code, your property characteristics, your assessed value. But this is not a bill. We do this every day, ladies and gentlemen. And when we're not doing these type of presentations and we're not in the community actually helping taxpayers, we are answering emails, we're answering DMs on social media, and we get this all the time. This is not a tax bill. There's no way to calculate a tax bill or try to guesstimate what your bill is going to be based off of this information either. This is just letting you know what our office believes your property is worth. Here's some data, and actually, when we get to the Q&A portion, I will go ahead and copy a link in the area for you guys where you can find this information too, so you know we're not just making it up. But here, you can see the trend for single-family properties in Calumet Township has increased a little bit. The median is 130,000. Also for condos, it's kind of fluctuated a little bit. But the average price for a condo is $56,000, and in multifamily homes, same difference, $190,000 for these kind of homes. So you have to ask yourself, is your single-family home or your condo or your multifamily home within 10% of these values? If the answer is yes, you can absolutely still appeal. Nothing wrong with that. no harm will come. But if you're within that 10%, you probably won't see a reduction. However, if you're extremely off, like you're way higher than this, then you probably have a case, and that's probably why you want to appeal, right? Legally, I can't tell you you should or should not, but you get the idea. You can also find this information on our website, and actually the link is at the bottom, cookcountyassessor.com/Calumet dash 2023 dash residential. Here you can actually click on your neighborhood code and find the properties within your specific area and see where you average or where you are within the average of your area, right? So it's a new, well, it's not new this year, new as of last year, but it's a new tool that we have, a newish tool that we have that you can use and kind of figure out where you land in your township and like where your value is compared to everybody else's. This is a tax bill. You get 2 tax bills a year. The first one is blue and has zero exemptions or discounts on it. And then the second tax bill you get is yellow. Think of it like this. Your first installment is blue. You typically get it when it's cold outside. Your second installment is yellow. You typically get that when it's warm outside. The cool thing about the second installment is that is where your discounts are. Bottom left-hand corner where it says tax calculator. That's where it would say a homeowner exemption, X amount of dollars. Senior citizen exemption, X amount. Senior freeze, X amount. All listed there. A little fun fact. Your first installment, the blue bill, is 55% of the previous year's entire bill. Now, I know that math teaches us, well, if something's 55%, then that means the rest of it must be 45 because it has to equal 100. Unfortunately, that's not how tax bills are designed. The first bill is 55% of the previous year's entire bill, but the second installment is separate and unique. It has nothing to do with the first installment tax bill. It is its own entity. So it's not going to equal 45%. I know a lot of people try to figure that math out. And again, it's impossible. You can't. You have to wait till the treasurer's office actually sends you a bill. So what are the reasons why taxpayers file appeals? There are many. I'm going to go over the top 3. The first one is lack of uniformity. That means myself and my neighbors all live in the same area, house built by the same person, same size, same color, same construction, same everything. But for whatever reason, my value is greater than theirs, and I want to know why. Why are we not the same? Why are things not uniform, right? Next one is overvaluation. That's probably everybody here today. There's no way my house is worth this much. If my house was worth this much, I would give you the keys. Here are the keys. There's no way, right? And the last one is incorrect property description, or typically known as property description error. And that just means there's a factual error on the property, not an opinionated error, right? What is a factual error? Factual error means we say you have a condo, but you really have a single family home. Or we say you have a building with 6 apartments or less, but you really have a single family home, right? There's an actual error. We say you have 3,000 square feet, but you really have 1,000 square feet, right? There's an actual factual error. You can also go to our website and check this information out, because I know some people are like, well, I don't know what my square footage is. I don't know what my construction type is. I don't know anything. That's fine. That's what we're here for, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to make your life a little bit easier, hopefully. So you go to cookcountyassessor.com, you put in your PIN number, and then you get, this is a sample. So you get a description like this, and you can actually go through and say, oh, I have a 2-story property. It's a single family home. My construction type's frame. I have 2 bathrooms. I have a half a bathroom. Things like that will all be listed on our website. If your assessment is close, we already talked about this. If it's close to the median that we were talking about earlier, within 10%, can you still appeal? Yes. However, you probably won't see a reduction. But if you're nowhere near where your median is, I would encourage you to appeal. What does the actual appeal process look like? Very simple. First, you get a reassessment notice that comes to you in the mail. You read it, and either you are satisfied or you gasp, right? Either way, if you want to file an appeal, you absolutely can. You just have to wait until your township is open. Right now, your township is open. So you would then file your appeal, and you have to have a reason, right? You can't just say, I want to lower it because I want to lower it. You have to tell us why you believe we got the value incorrect. Then, after you submit your appeal with your documentation or your evidence, an analyst will come and then review your property and say, you know what, they're right. They're going to get a reduction based on this, or this. Or they're going to say, sorry, but due to the uniformity of the neighborhood, we're not going to lower your value. Either way, you're going to get a decision letter. If you're satisfied with that decision letter, you have nothing to do. Just wait till you see the benefit and the reduction on your second installment bill this year, or I'm sorry, next year, sorry. Or you can go to step number 2. So we are step number 1, the Cook County Assessor's Office. The Board of Review is step number 2. If we said no, they can still say yes. So you can appeal with them as well. So just because you got a denial letter from us doesn't mean that's the end of the road. So when you are filing your appeals, one second, caught a mistake. Once you're filing your appeals, you want to make sure you do this by going to cookcountyassessor.com/online appeals. And then there you can start your appeal, save your appeal, edit your appeal, submit it, whatever you want to do. But you have until May 1st to get this done. Let's double check that timeline very quickly. That deadline, Calumet, open for appeals. Yep, until May 1st. And the cool thing about doing it with our office is that it is completely free. You don't pay our office anything to do this. Can you pay an attorney to do this? Absolutely, but you don't have to. You'll see in a second when I go over it. So first thing you're going to do is go to cookcountyassessor.com, and when you get to cookcountyassessor.com, you're going to click Appeals and then File Online Appeal. Once you get to File Online Appeal, you're going to scroll down, and when you scroll down, you're going to see all different kinds of types of appeals. We have many. What we're focusing on today is residential, but the top 3 are what you see here: residential, condo co-op, and commercial. Condo co-op is also residential, but condo co-op is its own category, so that's why we have it separate. So for what we're doing today, we're going to focus on residential. When you click on residential, you have to create an account unless you've done this in the past, and you just log in like regular. So mine is happytaxpayer@gmail.com. Go ahead and put in your password, click login, and then you'll see this screen. Once you get here to available filing, just go all the way to the bottom, and you'll find residential assessment appeal. If you are appealing a condo, you want to go to above that to where it says condo co-op assessment appeal. And if you're appealing commercial, you want to go to commercial, but we're not going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about residential. So here you click residential, and once you do that, begin filing. Very simple. Once you put in your PIN number, things will auto-populate for you. Once your information shows up here at the bottom, just click Start Filing, and then this is an old screenshot, so ignore the township. I know you're not in Norwood Township. And what I want you to do is pay attention. Anywhere you see a checkbox, you have to check. Anywhere you see a red star, you have to answer. The cool thing about this is that you cannot go on to the next step if you did not complete the previous one. So that's how you know if you're doing it right. If you're able to go on to the next step. So here you would click both check boxes, then click next. And then this information would auto-populate for you. And again, yours is going to say the 2023 reassessment, a real estate assessed valuation appeal, right? And then once you check this information, make sure it's correct. If you need to edit it, you absolutely can. You would click next. After next, now this screen here, you don't need to do anything with. You can click next and continue. However, this is for anyone who had a factual error and wants to go back. So for example, if I had a fire in 2020 or 2022 and I can no longer live in my property, I would want to let our office know that and say, hey guys, I had a fire and I didn't let the office know, and I don't know what to do. What do I do? How do I fix this? This is what you would do. You will let us know, hey, in 2022, I would like a certificate of error because I didn't actually live in my house. There was a fire or some type of situation. But again, not everybody needs this. This is only for unique situations. Click next. And then here, you would just scroll all the way to the bottom and let us know who you are, right? Are you the homeowner? Are you the tax representative or attorney? Please let us know. Remember, wherever you see a red star, you need to answer that question. So taxpayer owner, you click there, and then you scroll down, do the same thing, taxpayer owner, and then click next. And then we need to have some more information, right? So we need to know who you are, taxpayer owner, sorry. And then we need to know this information. So what's the address of the property? What's the phone number? What's the email address? That information so that we can communicate with you better. We can give you this information. So once you fill out that information, click next, this will auto-populate. Just click the word select, and then boom, you're ready to go. You would click next. I feel like I'm going really fast. I apologize. And this is where I want to spend a couple of minutes. So we get this question all the time. Hey guys, I don't have 3 bathrooms. I only have 2. Hey guys, my square footage is 1,000, not 3,000. Hey guys, I don't have a fireplace. I don't have a central air. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have this. This is where you would let us know. Again, if your property is correct, you can completely skip this, scroll all the way to the bottom, click next. However, if something is wrong, this is where you want to let our office know. Just edit it, redo it. Now, this is the fun, well, I don't want to say fun, but this is the unique part, right? So once you're done doing that, we need to know what you believe your property is worth. You cannot leave it blank. You have to answer anything that has a red star, right? So if we say your home is worth 300,000 and you're saying, no way, my home is only worth 200,000, let us know. Or if we say your home is worth 100,000, no way, my home's only worth 50,000, I don't know. But that's where you would let us know that information. Then we need to know why you are appealing. So there are many different options. You can do lack of uniformity, which just means you and I have the same type of property, same house, same everything, but for whatever reason, our values are not the same. And because they're not the same, the tax bills are different, and that's going to be very difficult. Overvaluation, that's probably going to be everybody here. There's no way my house is worth this much. Vacancy occupancy means you have an empty property. Fire damage, super self-explanatory. If you had a fire, we need to know. If you do choose fire damage, though, we will need police reports, fire reports, insurance claims, pictures, anything and everything you have for this. Property description, air, that's what we were talking about earlier, where, hey, I don't have 3,000 square feet, I only have 1,000. Or, hey, I don't have a building with 6 apartments or less, I only have a single-family home, right? Building is uninhabitable, that means you physically cannot live there. And then the last one is building no longer exists, that's self-explanatory as well. When you click your reason for appealing, we need to know why you are appealing. We need an explanation. So right underneath there, right here, that's where you would type in your reasoning. Field check means, do you actually want someone from our office, actually a field person, to go out and redraw and remeasure your property? If the answer is yes, just click yes. If the answer is no, just click no. And then we need to know, what type of property do you have? Do you have a single family home? Do you have a building with 6 apartments or less? Do you have a mixed use? Mixed use would be like a corner, I don't want to say a corner store, but some type of business on the first floor and you live on the second floor, right? Do you have a townhouse or a duplex? You need to let us know all this information and then click next. Once you click next, here is where it gets spicy, right? So we get this question all the time. Do I need comparables to file an appeal? All you need to do is fill out the application. However, it would be in your best interest to, sorry, my chair is breaking. It would be in your best interest, if I fall and collapse, I didn't pass out, just my chair broke. It would be in your best interest to provide comparables, right? So how do you do that? There are lots of different ways, but here's the easiest way. All you have to do is look at your reassessment notice and match the fields. That's it. Construction type, this. Neighborhood code, this. Class, this. Township, this. Square footage, this. You just match them. And then you would get literally hundreds of pages of comparables, and then you just figure out the one you want to use. Or if you want to give us a specific one, you would do that here where it says custom/additional search criteria. Like if you really want us to use the one across the street from you, this is where you would let us know, hey, use this address or this PIN number, please. And then once you do that, you'll be provided with a list of comparables. Just click on them, click next. And then we're going to ask you, are you sure? Like, are these the comparables you want to use? If the answer is no, or you made a mistake, you can go back to previous and do that portion again. You don't have to start all the way over, just that one portion. Or if you're satisfied, you can go next. And then here's where you would upload your additional documentation. What the heck is additional documentation? Very simple. It could be pictures. It could be an appraisal, a sales analysis, some type of documentation or a narrative. Literally anything you want to submit on your behalf saying, hey, there's no way my house is worth as much. Here is why. You would submit that information here. Sorry. And then we would need your name, your phone number, your email address. And then once you click submit, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to get a giant, do you want to submit this filing? If you click yes, then your appeal is submitted. If you click no, you're not going to submit your appeal. So this is how you would do that. You click yes, and then you will be given a confirmation email shortly after. Your confirmation email will say confirmation, here's your filing ID, but your results will be mailed to you. They're not going to be digital, so you will get them in the mail. If you're interested in trying to figure out or trying to see what your exemption history is, what your appeal history is, what your assessment history is, or kind of read more about data or assessments of your property, you can definitely go to cookcountyassessor.com, put in your PIN number, and then boom, you have access to all that information. If you want to connect with us directly, which is what I encourage you all to do, right? There's a lot of different ways. You can call us directly, 312-443-7550. You will be connected to an automated system, but once you put in your PIN number, then you'll be transferred to one of us, a human being, right? You can also connect with us on social media. We actually have this cool app. This cool QR code. So all you got to do is open up your camera app, hover over the QR code, and then click the link that pops up. And once you do that, you will be taken to our Linktree account. And from here, you can do everything. You can go to our website. You can follow us on social media. You can see our events. You can make an appointment. You can sign up for our newsletter. You should definitely sign up for our newsletter. You can file for exemptions. You can file an appeal. You can do all kind of crazy things on here. That's what I would encourage you all to do. But if you want to make an in-person appointment, you can do that as well. You can make appointments at our downtown location, at our Markham Courthouse location, at our Skokie Courthouse location, and our Bridgeview office location is going to be opening up next week. So you can do that there as well. Now, time for my favorite part, guys. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and we're going to jump in to the Q&A. So let's see. Comments. Let's see if we have any. Oh, we have lots of questions. Let's go. All right, so Sheila says, when do we file for Worth? Worth Township, that's the township I live in, is not open yet. What you can do is you can go to, Michelle, first of all, can we give a shout out to the Civic Engagement Department, ladies and gentlemen? Give a shout out to Teresa, to Miss Michelle, to Miss Gail, to Lupe, to Kelvin, to the whole squad, because they are actually, I had no idea they were in here, and they've been answering these questions. So Ms. Michelle got it right on the head, or however you say that, right on point. You can go ahead and use that link that Ms. Michelle threw in there, Sheila, and just find Worth and just sign up for our newsletter. So when Worth becomes open, you'll know immediately. Rosie Rivera, same thing, Ms. Rivera. If you want to know about this, you have to go to the same link Michelle just dropped or posted, and find your township and just look for the date, but it might not be open yet. It isn't. So you would want to sign up for your newsletter as well. Let's see what else we got in here. Okay. Kathy says, but what if 2 stories twice the size as my house on the same block are paying the same taxes even without considering any exemptions? I can't use them as comps since they aren't the same, but how is that even fair? Equitable? All right, so Kathy, you're asking a loaded question, so let's peel back some of those layers, right? So part of the answer for your question is you want to compare apples to apples, right? You cannot and I'm just using this as an example. You cannot compare your single family home with a building with 6 apartments or less. Those are not the same. You want to focus on things that are the same as you, properties that are the same as you. That will then trickle down and answer the rest of your questions. Can you use those comps? Absolutely, but it's not going to be beneficial. It's not going to help you, right? You want to compare properties that are similar to yours. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Michelle. Miss Michelle's in there already putting the information down in there. I love our team. I love it. What is this? Can't see. Oh, that's StreamYard. I apologize. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like we've answered all the questions. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking a part of this, being a part of this. I know this is your lunchtime. You literally could be doing anything else in the world, but you're here with me today. I appreciate it. Please stay connected. Please follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on YouTube. Send us DMs. Listen, you can email us all you want. We're going to get to it. You can call us all you want. We're going to answer. The quickest way to speak to one of us is definitely through our social media. All of us are on. I'm on it right now. Like, we're all on here answering questions every day, all the time, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get your question answered in a timely fashion, just go ahead and contact us directly. I appreciate your time. My name is Hector Dominguez on behalf of the Cook County Assessor's Office, Fritz Kage's office. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Be safe out there. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Be safe in the beautiful weather. You guys have a great day.